I'm going to show you what to do with a bat. I was on Ravelry a while back, and I read a post from somebody who said, I got this bat, now what do I do with it? Well, here's the easy lesson. Your bat will come to you rolled up, maybe in a long roll like this. Sometimes when they're really big, we roll them up, we fold them in half, and then roll them the short way. That's another way they come. So however you get it, open it all the way out, and it'll spread out a lot. Take a look at the length of the fibers. I've used a striped batting so you can kind of see there's two colors in here. The fibers run the long way, and that's the way you're going to spin them, the long way. Okay? But this is a lot of fiber to handle. So what are we going to do to make it manageable? It's a really good question. Take your bat, gather it up from the sides till you get to the middle. Then poke your fingers through, see them? And then pull. Now I've got half a bat, but that's still too fat to work with. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Put my fingers in the middle and rip it apart. You'll notice I'm ripping really fast. That's because I want the fibers to stay aligned. Okay, it's still too fat. I don't want to use it this fat. So I'm going to do it again. Same thing. All right, now I've got one strip of batting. That big bat I showed you could be broken into 6 or 8 smaller pieces. Is this ready to spin? Yeah, it is ready to spin. If you want to spin from the bat, right from the strip of batting, you can. You can start at one corner and begin to draft it like that. But sometimes when I'm going to do a big job, I want to get all my batting ready ahead of time, and I want to store it in roving. So I make my own roving. Here's how you do it. Take one end of your strip of bat and just begin to pull the fibers. Don't pull them apart, but just pull on them, and you can feel them begin to draft. This is also called pre-drafting the fiber. I'm getting a feel for the length of the fibers. I'm getting a feel for how far apart my hands will need to be when I'm working. So just continue to pull them apart. You can see that it's getting kind of thinner. You can see the tablecloth through it. Keep drafting, but don't pull it apart. Just a nice slow pressure pulls it out. This is also a good time if there's any vegetable matter left over from the barnyard. You can usually get a good look at it and pull it out and get rid of it till you have an elongated piece of fiber. That's ready to spin from. You can see how much length I got out of that. You can pull it out even more if you need to. Pre-draft it all the way down to the size you want to draft from. But I'm going to leave it like this, but I want to store it, and I don't want to leave a mess. So how do I do that? I take the elongated strip, I put the end through 2 fingers, like that. And I just start wrapping it around my fingers, like that. Now I've got a few turns. Now it's roving because it's got a twist in it. Add another finger. Add my 4th finger. And now I've got a perfect little coil of roving that is ready to go. I can start from this end, begin to spin, begin to draft, right from the end of the roving. I can make a whole bunch of these while I'm sitting there watching TV and be ready to start spinning the next time I sit down to the wheel or my spindle. So I hope that helps, and I hope that answers the question, what do I do with this bat?